everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Glam. We're so excited that you get to join us. This is where your beauty is cherished, your wellness is prioritized, and your heart is treasured. My name is Tracy Wanjura, and I'm so excited that we get to glam together. And today we are diving into the world where elegance is tailored, confidence is stitched, and power is worn. Today we're talking everything suits, and not just any suits. We're talking about bespoke suits, and we're doing it with the one and only, the king of custom tailoring, who dresses presidents, celebrities, just everyone who's something. You know, he talks a lot about high value men. So yes, we're talking about Ashok Sunny, and we're here at his studio, at his place of greatness, and we get to talk about everything from fabric picking to the fit. And you know what? It's all about how purpose meets greatness and fit and fabric and glam and all that good stuff. So join me and let's get to meet Mr. Ashok Sunny. Hi Ashok, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you so much for having me. Handshake,
Anytime.
hug, are you a hug person? Are you
Either works.
It works? Okay,
Yes.
sawa. You're sawa.
Yeah.
Now, I love your space. Let's
Thank
just
you.
start there.
Thank you.
Beautiful. I've been to so many tailoring studios and I haven't seen anything like this.
So the idea basically was, because we are focused on menswear, we want to create a space where men can be comfortable.
Okay.
So most of what we came up with the idea was to do a rustic, timeless kind of feel,
yes, I see
antique
it.
feel, so that
Yes.
we don't have to do a lot of changes. We know men are very simple. It's about comfort and a bit of luxury and just somewhere they can just be themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what makes you very comfortable as a man?
Just the security of I can be able to enjoy anything I do. We are very simple people. I'm a very simple person. So somewhere I'm just comfortable. I can get what I want and I get the proper service. I think that's basically makes me very comfortable.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So take us back to when you started. When did you, or rather who inspired the tailoring journey?
I could say my mother, because when
Okay.
I was young, she was very into knitting a lot.
Oh, wow.
So she used to like to knit a lot of things and buy clothes. She used to buy a lot of clothes for me. So I think when I grew up, when I started enjoying fashion, I think was after high school, because I didn't have a lot to do, so I used to thrift a lot of clothes. And then once you get into campus, you start getting a different aspect, and you meet a lot of people. You get to understand fashion as an industry, and you start. I started modeling in the beginning.
Oh, so you're a model.
This is just recent. Yeah, so in modeling is when I came to understand where my passion was basically in fashion, in clothing. And I like suits a lot. So I could not afford to buy a suit, because most of the shops in town, you could say Henry's or Little Red, suits are very expensive. So I found a way I could be able to make suits for myself, and that's how the business started.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So finding solutions for your own problems.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So we want to take a look at what you have first, because other than suits, I see you have something like a everyday
Casual,
for,
a casual look.
Okay,
like,
for the dudes. Huh?
Yeah. Like this one. This is, we call it a polo set. So
Okay.
originally comes from the idea of a polo shirt. But basically, you know, because our clients are men, and men like easy solutions. So easy solution means he doesn't want to shop for the top and then does find
And then
pants.
yeah.
Yes, because they don't have time. Because we cater for high value men. They don't have time to go shopping here and go shopping there and go shopping there. So that is why we come up with a easy. Because most of the time, because our beginning, when we started busy, we're doing suits. So at the end of the day, people used to ask you, so after I wear suits from Monday to Friday or Thursday, what do I wear next? So we started building our business in terms of, in regards to our wardrobe, someone's wardrobe. So what do you need in your wardrobe? Depending on what you do or who you are, what do you need in your wardrobe? So we started building the business from the ground up. So the essentials that you need in our wardrobe is how we build the products in the business.
Okay.
So that's how we came up with this. This is just a simple look you can wear on a Friday, Saturday. You can blend in from the gym, go to brunch, go to meet someone in the evening. It's an easy wear. It's very comfortable. You can run errands in it. Same to this one. This comes from the Cuban shirt. Because it's linen, it's come from the concept of a Cuban shirt. We just adjusted a bit of the aesthetic to make it look a bit different and a bit original, so that you can wear this anywhere. And you can see the pants are a bit flared. So we're also trying to get into younger guys, trying to bring in younger guys as clientele because they also like to dress up. So they like this kind of style of a flared pant, but you can do it anywhere. Essence of Bespoke is you can do it any style you want.
Right.
Yes.
So you spoke about high value man,
yes.
and I know you've seen those discussions online
yeah.
about high value men.
Yes.
So who's a high value man?
A high value man is someone who's very responsible, who understands where they are and what they want to do and where they're going.
Okay.
A high value man is someone you can depend on, someone you can be able to trace what they do and who they are. Characteristics that basically are outstanding. So I can say a high value man is someone who understands who they are, where they came from and where they're going. Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so you also have shoes.
Yes.
You know what? I saw something that really caught my attention.
Yes.
That one.
That's a smoking jacket.
Smoking jacket.
That's a smoking jacket.
Why is it called a smoking jacket?
So it's called a smoking jacket because something you wear when you're going out to smoke a cigar. You're going to meet friends, smoke a cigar, drink whiskey, brandy, wine. It's something that's very comfortable. It's not as fitting as a normal jacket. You just wear it easily. So in the olden days, especially the British, the British like to look good everywhere. They have a hunting suit, smoking jacket, dinner jacket.
Oh, wow.
They have a tuxedo. Okay. They have a proper suit for work. So they used to wear suits everywhere. So that's the concept of a smoking jacket. So if you want to go smoke with your friends, you need something comfortable, something not very hugging on the body, and they came up with the concept of a smoking jacket.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I'm excited.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So take us now through your process. I'm a high value man. Let's play it. And I've come in here and I want to order a suit from you.
Yeah.
So the first thing I want to know, the entire process. But the first thing that I want to ask is, what makes bespoke tailoring different as opposed to, like ready-to-wear suits or maybe made-to-measure suits? What's the difference?
So bespoke comes from the olden days. It means just bespoken for. So in the olden days, where people used to use this kind of a machine.
The famous singer, huh?
Yes, yes, yes. So you used to go to a tailor, or the tailor comes to your house, and then he comes with a set of fabrics. So you choose a fabric, and then that fabric is yours. No one else can make it because they didn't have a lot of yarns of fabric. So it's bespoken for. So when you choose a fabric, they take your measurements. They do around, I think it was around 40 to 50 measurements, depending on your body. And then they make the suit by hand. So bespoke means the suit is made by hand. And it's very, very accurate and very, very high-end. So the difference between bespoke and made-to-measure. Made-to-measure, basically, a suit is made from a standard-based pattern. That means if you're coming in as a client and your size is 54, we get you a size 54 suit you wear. So we adjust according to your size, that suit. So we don't take measurements. And then there's custom-made. Custom-made is basically what every tailor does, especially locally. So they take your measurements, they choose a fabric, they come and do a fitting. They don't do as many fittings as bespoke, and they also don't do it by hand, it's done by a machine. So it's actually faster. It's a faster process compared to bespoke. Bespoke is a more longer process, and it's a process that you have to get involved more. So you do up to 3 to 4 fittings, depending on how you like your fitting. You choose a fabric, choose every aspect from buttons, linings, style, lapel, all of these things you choose by yourself. So all of these things usually takes around, minimum will take you 6 weeks to do a full bespoke suit.
Oh, wow.
Yes, because the first part is they cut from the pattern. The second part, they cut the fabric. And then once the fabric is cut, they just put the fabric together in pieces and then put it on your body. So you don't have a suit, you just have a fabric and a frame of your body. So that's where they get proper measurements. And then they do the pockets. They mark the pockets, they mark the fly, they mark the trouser pockets, everything else. And then they come and now start stitching the suit. Then you come and do a second fitting, which is basically when the suit is half done. Okay. And then you come and do a third fitting when you have a suit properly. And then maybe a fourth fitting if you like.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So what I'm getting from the explanation is that bespoke is very unique.
Yes, and very intricate.
And very intricate. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of detail that goes into making a bespoke.
It's basically creating suit. A version of you through fabric.
Fantastic. I like that explanation. Okay. So, yes, what's the next step now?
So,
hi, Ashok, I want a suit.
So once you're here, we take you to the consultation room. We call it the client experience. So Tracy, this is our client experience.
Okay.
Welcome, you can have a seat.
Thank you.
Yes.
Wow, you have a whole portfolio. Are we going to call them portfolio? I'm not sure.
Swatches. I call swatches.
Okay,
yes.
for buttons.
So this is what we call a consultation, especially whether you're doing bespoke, made to measure, custom made. So when you come here, basically we get to know who you are, what you want, why you want what you want. So if you want a suit, if you want a shirt, if you want a blazer, something casual, why do you want it? What's the purpose? What is it for? Then we guide you through it. So like here you see you have fabrics. So you can make, this is linen, you can make a jacket, a shirt, a trouser from it. Then you choose your inside linings, because especially when it comes to bespoke, you have a lot of variety depending on who your character is. Especially you can express your alter ego through lining, because sometimes you want to do a plain suit or a dark suit because it's for work, but the lining helps you to explain who you are. So if you like something exciting, something colorful, this is where you choose something that can be able to bring out the other person, who you are. Yes. And then you have buttons. Buttons are very key in terms of finishing the whole garment itself. If you don't pick up the right buttons, if you don't do the right buttons, if you do a different color, it doesn't bring out the essence. Because you know, bespoke, made to measure, all of these garments are very expensive. So when you choose something that finishes it properly, it brings out the essence of the beauty of it. And then you have the design book, which is basically, it helps you, guide you in terms of what kind of design you want. So if it's a jacket, we have to go from this collar to the end of the jacket. How do you want it to be? Do you want this kind of a lapel? Do you want a notch lapel? Do you want a rolling collar? Do you want a double breast? Do you want a single breast? Yeah, all of these things now help you to guide you in terms of making your own. If you don't have your own style, this helps you to create your own style, because you get to relate to every single part of the garment. Yeah, it's a long book, so you can choose from how you want your trouser to be, how do you want your waistcoat, how do you want your blazer, how do you want the cut of the lapel to be, how do you want your pockets on the on the jacket, how do you want the buttons to be. All of these things, that what makes up what bespoke is.
Yeah, I've seen that. This is a whole bespoke experience.
A consultation mostly will take from 45 minutes to an hour.
Oh.
Because you basically get to know who you are.
And you guys complain about us picking lipsticks, the red is looking at it, it's the same thing. I'm so confused. Because I'm thinking, okay, yes, you've picked this one. And now this is what I'm going to ask you. Do you allow... Do you have a say in what clients also pick? Because maybe I could pick this and then pick something like this, and you're just like, nah, that's not going to work. Yeah,
that is the idea of the consultation. We are able to understand each other and guide each other in terms of, because when I know if you like this, then I'll know which parameters you can work with when it comes to lining. Because if it's white, you can do a bright lining because it will pop out of the white.
Got it.
So it has to be subtle, so you can do a subtle print. If you want a different color, I can guide you on what to do. So basically, that's the essence of the consultation. So my expertise and my experience will be able to guide you to come up with a garment that will be able to express who you are and what you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now after we spent 45 minutes here, we've seen everything, we've picked out everything. What are some of the key things that you like to maybe guide clients about in this process of the consultation?
Yeah, basically once I get to know who you are, your work environment, why you need the garment for, I can be able to give you options and guide you in terms of what kind of cut to do, what kind of color to do, what kind of lining to do, what kind of buttons to do to be able to have that cool and proper finish. What kind of style of cut would you like? Also, timelines are very key. Sometimes someone wants a suit as fast as possible. So you tell them which kind of technique to use. Is it bespoke? Is it made to measure? Is it custom made? Also fabrics. The fabrics are not just fabrics. It's not just about color. Fabrics have different weights, different textures, different mixtures. So you just don't use a fabric because it's the color you want. You have to be very careful in terms of our weather. What kind of fabric is key in this tropical weather? What is good for that kind of occasion? What kind of color also works for that kind of occasion? If it's a wedding, what options do you have in terms of design, in terms of what the colors that you have for the wedding? So all of these things, all of these principles that we have to guide the client in before they make a final decision.
Fantastic. So I'm ready to go to the next step. Because I feel like if I stay here for too long, I might be too confused.
So after this, after we've gotten all the information that you need and we know the fabric and everything else, it's measurements. So we take your measurements, full body measurements. Depending if it's bespoke or custom made, we do your measurements. If it's made to measure, we give you a pattern that you can be able to fit, and we can be able to take measurements from that.
All right.
Yes, and after that, you can be able to leave us to work, and then you come back for your fast fitting.
Okay.
Yes.
And since today we're clients stroke also trying to see behind the scenes,
yes.
Can we see also where you work?
Yeah, please, please.
Fantastic.
Yes, yes. So this is, we call it design and build, this section. So design means, design are the guys that make the designs of the garments, measurements, and then bring this side where this is build. This is where everything is made. So we divided build into three. We have blazers, we have trousers, and then we have shirts. So this is where the blazers are made, because the blazers are the main component of a garment. So they take a lot of the whole setup of a suit. And the blazer is divided into four. So you have the collar, you have the front part, the back part, and then you have the sleeves. So all of these things are made separately and then brought together to make one garment. Yes.
Would you say body type influences how tailoring is done?
Yes, yes, definitely, definitely. Because you cut for different people and different styles. You have different ways for cutting for different people. So when you put a fabric on the table and you have the measurements, first of all, when you cut the paper pattern, you cut it according to the body shape of a person. So also fabric, the amount of fabric you use is dependent only basically on the body size of a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said we're here in the design room, and one of the things I'm wondering,
Yes.
when you look at something like this,
Yeah.
is this something that speaks about someone's personality?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
So for you, what does a tailored suit say about someone?
It tells you the character of a person.
It does.
And also the age group and what they do.
Inasema Gen Z ama inasema?
This is a younger guy actually. He's below 30 years
Okay, I
old.
could tell because of the colors.
Yes, and he likes to dress up. So he likes a light color to dress up with a light color trouser or dark color trouser. This is it's called a sport coat, and you can see it's half lined. So he likes a bit of flamboyance and a bit of style expression. So the colors you see, the cuts, the linings and everything else can tell you the person, who the person is, their character, how they like, what they look dressing for, their age group in terms of, and also what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there certain fabrics that you probably have seen that your people like to work on better as opposed to others?
Yeah, because everyone likes the simple stuff. The dark blues, the grays, the blacks, so they're
That's
easier.
much easier. Okay.
The pinstripes and the window panes and the checkers, they make it they give you more work because you have to balance a lot of those. If you're doing a pinstripe, you have to balance it from the shoulder going down to the hem of the pants. So that's more work compared to when you're doing the plain colors, the simple colors like these ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you yourself able to tailor a suit?
No.
Okay.
So as an entrepreneur, my work is to be able to bring this passion into life and bring a product that people can be able to enjoy on a day-to-day. So my work is to build the systems, the processes, the structures, and the business. So I bring the tailors together with the client and the product to make a business and build a brand. So that's basically my job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you satisfied with all those roles?
Yes, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
On a day-to-day, it's a lot of work because the buck stops with you and you understand the vision and where you want the company to go. So all of that stops with you. So when there's a problem, you have to be the center of the solution.
Yeah. And now with social media, it seems like every single business has to have a social media angle to it. How are you finding that angle?
It took some time to understand because, like I told you, you have to build structures. Like right now, we have design, we have build, we have the customer service department, which is very key in our business because it's not just about the product, it's about service. And then you have marketing, which is where you have the digital marketing, you have the mainstream marketing, you have all of those guys, sales, and then you have finance. So all of these things, when you bring them together, becomes a whole corporation. Becomes a whole business. Yeah. All days, a tailor was just a tailor, sitting on a machine, making your clothes, and then you go. Yeah. You don't even, maybe you have a small space for fitting, all of that. But now you have to include all of these things. And digital marketing is a very, very big component of our business. It takes up at least half of our budget. The whole section of marketing takes about half of our budget per year. So you have to really, really invest because social media especially gives you a lot of brand visibility because you can reach a wider market that you could not reach before. You can be able, people can be able to talk to you and engage with your products in a different parts of the world.
Yes.
Today I cater for clients all over the world, in the US, in the UK, in Australia, in Germany, in Europe, all of these places. You cater for clients when you're just here. So it's a very big component of the business that you cannot ignore.
Wow.
Yeah.
And since you're now catering to an international audience or, you know, clientele, are you able to intertwine culture, heritage through the designs that you make here? Have you been able to do that?
Yeah. Because when you're building, there's something called aesthetic or a house style. So when you're building a house style, you have to understand who the client is. Because much of us in Africa, we don't build products according to fashion trends. We build products according to the client and the market. So when you start doing high-end couture, you have to be sure who your client is, because you'll end up not selling. So you have to understand from the different parts of the world these people travel to. The clients who are coming in and the Kenyans who travel out, they end up picking different styles. So someone goes to Italy, likes the Italian cut, Italian fabric, which is more lighter, more lightweight, comfortable for a tropical market. The structure is less. When you go to Britain, there's more structure. In America, there's more structure in the garment. The fabrics are a bit heavier because of the weather. And then they come here. So how do we put all of that together to come up with our aesthetic as Ashok Sani, our kind of style, our house style, so that when you include all of that and then you include our Africanism, we can be able to come up with a garment someone can relate to.
Wow.
Yes.
That's I mean, the takeaway, my takeaway from this entire, you know, conversation that we've had is that, you know, building a business, there's so many elements that have to come together to make it work. You know, because like even when I was telling you about the blazer, because I thought making a blazer is, I don't know, I just didn't think you had to make this part and then make the other part, put it together, but it's really quite a lot that goes into, you know, the entire brand.
Yeah, because it's specialization from the beginning. So it's specialization in terms of consultation, in terms of cutting. There's someone who just does the work of cutting. And then there's bringing these different components together. So you can specialize in blazers and then there's specialization in different parts of the blazer. So it's a lot of work when you break it down to the smallest kind of item and then you bring it back together to the final product, which is a suit. So when a client is wearing a suit, like here, when someone comes in and lives with a garment, he's been taken care of. That one product has been taken, it has been gone through 10 people. So from the service to the tailors to the finishing to the delivery of that garment, 10 people have been able to be involved in that one process of one garment of one client.
Yes.
So it's a lot of work and it's a lot of specialization to be able to bring us just one product.
Yes.
Yes.
Now with a lot of work also comes a lot of money.
Yes.
So a lot of people talk about bespoke suits being extremely expensive.
Yes.
Suits are already expensive. Now you can imagine the touches, the Ashok Sani touches. It's definitely not your average price.
Especially if you're living in an economy like ours, when you're paying like triple or double taxation in one product, because all of the elements that we use to make one suit we're importing except labor. So all of these elements are being taxed before you come and produce the product, and then when you're selling the product you have to tax it also. So the cost goes higher. If I'm importing fabric, let's say I'm importing fabric from Italy, someone like Italian fabric. So the cost of importing that fabric up to here, customs, freight and everything else, and then I have to cut it and stitch and then finish the product and sell it to a client. So all of that cost makes everything expensive. When the same client will live here and go to Italy, the cost of that suit in Italy is less than here because the factors of production there are more favorable compared to ours. If you go to Dubai, if you go to the special zones, especially people are selling fabrics, they're being taxed only 5% in a garment. Here, all of that cost, and then you have to tax it at 16% VAT to sell it to a client. So if that client goes to Dubai, the same suit will cost less than I'm selling it, because my cost of production is higher than theirs.
Yes. So what would you say makes people then come to you?
I think it's just our touch and our personalization in terms of service. And we're here, it's convenient. You can't travel every day. You want your suit made, you want something different, and it's a brand identity, because we're building a brand that is African, that is ours, that we can own and we can build. And what I try to do also is be able to bring other brands that are Kenyan to be able, like the shoes you've seen, they're made by a Kenyan brand. If it's a watch, it has to be a Kenyan brand. If it's socks, it has to be a Kenyan brand. All of this, when you bring all of these elements together, we build Kenyan brands to get to that level where we don't have to go to China to produce. We don't have to go to Turkey to produce. We can sell our own products, produce our own products here. So the only way for us to grow is to build ourselves and other brands together. Even if it's expensive now, eventually when there's other people coming up, if you have 10 Ashoks, then the cost of production will go lower because everyone has been able to specialize. If you go to somewhere like London Savile Row, if you go to a tailoring house, you don't find tailors. You just find a master tailor and a master cutter. And then there's someone there, somewhere different, who's specializing in just making the garment. Then someone somewhere is specializing in just ironing the jacket or the shirt or the trouser. So that way of specialization makes the cost of production cheaper and faster and the quality higher.
I agree.
So eventually we get to that point.
Yes. Now earlier, I don't know why I keep going back to this high value men thing, but one of the things that I wanted to ask is, what has been your most memorable suit you've made? Yeah. And who was it for?
Let me see. I've made a lot of suits. I don't even remember. There's a gentleman called Dr. Joshua Igara. He's the CEO of Stanbic, Kenya and Southern Sudan. The first suit I made him, the way he looked in that suit, I could not forget. Even the feeling and the way he wore it, and just getting that phone call of the compliments he was getting. And he's actually saying, I don't want anyone else to know that you made it for me, because I want you to make more. I think that's one of the most memorable moments I've had in making garments for people.
Fantastic.
Yes.
All right, I want us to go back to the customer experience, because I want us to talk about your accolades as we finish. And it's been nice to hang out with the tailors. We call them tailors now.
Yes.
We still call them tailors.
Yes. Master tailors.
Master tailors. Yeah. Asante sana. So welcome to Ashok's Wall of Fame. Yes. So tell us more about some of the accolades that you've gotten throughout the years. I can see 50 most influential CEOs in Kenya. Wow. Wow. Tell us more about each one of them.
So we have this one. This is Top 40 Under 40, Business Daily. This is for 50 most influential CEOs.
Mbona ulikuwa kwenye top 40 under 40?
Yes, the first tailor.
The first tailor.
The first tailor, first tailoring business to be featured at Top 40 Under 40. We are humbled. Ni God.
Ni God mzee.
Yeah, so this was last year, end of last year. This was beginning of last year, 50 most influential CEOs. This is Digitally Fit Awards. So when we were talking the other time about the digital space and being able to enhance and use it to enhance the brand the way it is. And then this one was last week. It's called ambassadorial title in terms of bespoke and sartorial excellence. So they're trying to push Africa to be able to enhance and build brands that cut across, and being able for Africans to depend on ourselves in terms of what we do. So whoever is good at what can be able to provide that service to all of Africa, not only where you are in your space, so that Africa can depend on itself in the future.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Providing African solutions for African problems.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I mean, how do you feel, when growing up, you would think about, I want to be a CEO because it just sounds really good.
Yeah.
But now that you are a CEO and you're getting all this recognition, what are some of the things that you've learned that have come with the role of, being CEO that you never expected?
It's a full-time job. There's no break. There's no holiday, there's no leave days, there's nothing. 24 hours, even when you're sleeping, you're thinking about the business. When you wake up, you think it's a full-time job. There's no break. And before you get to that point where you can be able to even take a day off, that's when you know you have a business. Yes.
Wow. Yeah. So a lot of lessons along the way.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
So I want us to create like a quick survival suit kit.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you were to create that survival kit for every man who's looking to create just the perfect tailored suits, what would that kit have?
In terms of a carry-on, something you can carry anywhere.
Even in the house.
Yeah.
But it's that's my kit. If I was to quickly dash out, I have my survival suit kit, it has what in that?
It has to have a blazer.
It has to have a blazer.
It has to have a shirt, stretch, free fit, non-crease. It has to have a trouser, and trouser basically an elastic waistband, something you can be comfortable, whether you're losing weight, you're gaining weight, your body fluctuates. Those three elements and basically what you can say if you go anywhere and put in a blazer, a shirt and a pair of pants, I think you look proper anywhere.
All right.
Yeah.
So what are some 3 things that you would advise men not to do when it comes to their suits?
Avoid a lot of ready to wear, because you never get to understand what is your style, what is your look, because you just buy something that's already in the shop. Avoid a lot of polyester fabric, because polyester fabric doesn't give you a lot of structure and doesn't last longer. And avoid washing your suits by machine, always dry clean, because it makes your suit last longer. You can wear it for a long time. And if you can do bespoke, the better, because bespoke is transgenerational. You can wear a suit and pass it over to your son, because a bespoke is not just a garment you wear, it's something that is sentimental. Because if you want to teach your son about how to dress well and what kind of clothes to make, I think a bespoke suit is something you need in your wardrobe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, if there's one color, because a lot of people, when you think about suits, you're just thinking black, blue, you know, the typical colors. But what would you say is a secret, your best kept secret when it comes to color, a suit color?
Beige.
Beige.
Beige is a very beautiful suit, and people underestimate it because they think it's too bright, it's too feminine, but it's a very nice color. It's a very nice tone to wear, because you can wear a beige suit, a proper tailored one, to a meeting, and people won't judge you the way you look. And you can even wear it to a nightclub if you're going out with your friends. You can wear it for dinner. You can wear it for brunch. You can go to the golf course with it. So it's a one color and a one suit that people underestimate a lot. And it's one suit you can wear different combinations with, almost 10, because you can wear your beige jacket with any dark trouser you have, or light trouser.
Oh, wow, okay.
And you can wear your beige trouser with any dark blazer you have. Yes.
What do you think about matching like formal and casual, like a blazer and jeans?
Yeah, it's actually the most comfortable wear you can have, especially post-COVID, because most people walked away from wearing suits from Monday to Friday. Now you see people wearing suits 3 days a week, and then they try to dress down for the rest of the days. So a jeans or a chino, most people call it khaki, with a blazer, it's a very, very nice look, very comfortable look, and it's a very respectable look anywhere you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
So where is Ashok Sunny taking tailoring in Kenya?
Our idea is we want to be the first African brand to be able to provide bespoke, made to measure and retail in the same brand. So we want to build a brand in a way we can be able to do soft retail and still maintain our core, which is bespoke and made to measure. So eventually we get those levels of Brioni, Loro Piana, Xenia. Guys, you've been able to do bespoke, made to measure and retail.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mentioning brands like that really just takes you way back, like 1940s.
Yeah.
You know, that's a long, long time.
It's heritage. Those are heritage brands now.
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Fantastic. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Ashok. I had such a great time. I wish we could hang out for longer, but that's the time that we have.
Anytime.
But for any young designer out there who's really just trying to get into the game, I know we've talked a lot about taxes, just a lot of things that can seem very burdening for a young entrepreneur. But what advice would you give?
You cannot build a brand by yourself. You need people who understand, who are specialists in different areas, to be able to help you build a brand. A brand is not just about the product, it's about the business aspect of the brand. You need marketing, you need finance, you need finance to be able to deal with these taxation issues, to help you in terms of understanding your monetary aspect of the business. You need marketing, you need a team to help you build the product. Because one thing you need to understand, if you're building a clothing business, you just don't build a business, you need to build a brand. But before build a brand, you need to build a business. So understand how to build the business first, and you cannot do it by yourself, and then build the brand. If you want to go faster, you go by yourself. But if you want to go far, you go together.
I agree.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much, Ashok.
Thank you.
Share with us your social media handles, since now Let's see why you
Digitally
got
fit,
digitally fit award, huh?
Yeah.
But yes, share your social media handles, and if anyone would want to, you know, book a consultation with you, please just share all the right channels.
Okay. So on social media, we are on Instagram and TikTok, Ashok Sunny. And then, or if you want to book an appointment, you can do it on social media, but you can also go to the website at www.ashoksunny.net.
Thank you so much, firstly to Ashok for having us here, and to you for always keeping it glam with us. We always have a fantastic time, and until next Wednesday, please stay glam, and until then, mwah.
Mesikia jogo sana.
Ndio nilikuwa nauliza hiyo jogo ni nani?
Ni akiateka.
Ni akiateka. Inakaa smart.
Itatusumbua sana, siku moja itakuwa food.